Correct. That's correct. What we will talk about today is about your own hedge fund, is about your own business, about your passion for the game. You have already seen a 26 years old hedge fund manager raised and closed over 60 million in asset management for his own hedge fund in less than 8 months with no previous track record. You can also see a documented recorded call with him directly on my own YouTube channel. Not only that, but you will also see why performance alone is no longer an age for raising capital and scaling a hedge fund beyond 1 billion in asset management. Why veteran portfolio managers, 25 years track record, can't become hedge fund managers despite having an impressive history. I have already documented a call with a portfolio manager who has already done the portfolio management business for over 25 years with an impressive track record, but he couldn't raise over 10 million in asset management. Why hedge funds, basically, with great performance, still can't raise capital in 2026? You have already seen that several times, correct? You want to have the answer for it. You want to have the clear puzzle on it. You want to also understand what you are missing in your own hedge fund so you can scale up from 50 million to 100 million, and from 100 million to 500 million and beyond, aggressively, massively, and constantly. If you truly want to make that happen, I will give you all of that before the end of the call. So why you will listen to me, I will tell you. So my name is Ziad Selo. I have done over 2,000 calls with hedge fund managers across over 12 markets so far. I have already worked and raised capital and scaled up hedge funds at billion investment management, emerging hedge fund managers, mid-sized hedge fund managers, full-time traders who want to do shift to the hedge fund industry, and even those who just want to actually understand how the hedge fund industry works and want to actually build an impressive hedge fund and a great hedge fund in the asset management. We have already worked with and we have already introduced them to our own global sales operation instructor. You will see over 50 recorded calls. 50 recorded calls. You will never see them on any channel, offline or online, okay? With established hedge fund managers, with emerging hedge fund managers, with billion-dollar hedge fund managers. You will find them on my own YouTube channel, okay? I'm not charging you hundreds of thousands of dollars to listen, to hear, to understand how the industry it works, why these operators they wanted to work with us, why they wanted to actually have our own global sales operation instructor inside their own hedge fund so they can scale up aggressively, massively, and constantly. Right here, example, you will see a hedge fund manager, he is measuring 150 million in the management. He wants to scale up to over 300 million in the management through our own global sales operation instructor. Not only that, but you will also find the case studies right here and many other case studies of what we have already done in the industry. You have already seen client right here. We have already generated for him 20 million euro in the pipeline in less than 2 weeks, 14 days. Not only that, you will also see right here from 4 million to 150 million hedge fund, and you will see 57 recorded documented calls, hundreds of hours to take a look on, to understand the industry, how it works, and to gain the values and knowledge that you want to gain if you are looking to scale up your own hedge fund aggressively, massively, and constantly. Now, back to the video. What you need to understand is what the gap that you need to actually adapt your mentality to so you can actually become like the 26 years hedge fund manager who could raise 60 million, over 60 million for his own hedge fund in less than 8 months. With no previous track record. Well, you are building the track record, building the performance, and building all of this giant database. Others, they have already taken your own chunk from the industry. You have already seen that several times. So what the gap that you need to understand? What's the gap that you need to adapt your mentality to actually get to where you want to get up to? I will show it to you right here, right away. First, you need to understand the following. Negative eco impact, you need to actually overcome it. What that means, I will show you before the end of the call. First, most of the hedge funds, they are lacking players' talents. Okay, so I have already seen billion-dollar hedge fund managers, and I have already worked with them. I have calls with them. I have a call with 1.4 billion hedge fund manager on my own YouTube channel. The main thing that he is focusing on all of the time, acquiring talent. Who he will get into the fund, okay, and he making sure to let them to go on huge hard process on how they will prove their own self, prove their own abilities and skills to actually have their own foot inside the hedge fund. Okay, so how you will actually hear the players? Do you do that, or are you just hearing someone from your own family members or someone from your own friends? You understand? Or you want to actually be the founder and you want to do everything on your own, which is that is the bottleneck that you need to actually overcome. Correct? You need to overcome this, like, I can do everything on my own. This solopreneur mindset, it hasn't actually given you the expectation that you wanted to get from the industry. Why? Because you're thinking in circles, and the market tells you all the time to expand your own thinking, expand your own limitations by actually hearing the players that you need to have to actually leverage their own skills to your own advantage, so you can build a hedge fund that will be actually scalable to over 1 billion and beyond. Who has already done that? Ray Dalio, he has already done that. Correct? He has already done that, Ray Dalio. That's why he's managing over 150 billion in the asset management. Because he understood that early on. If I want to build something great, huge asset that will actually stand in the industry for the long term, for my generation, for the next generation, for the next generation that's coming after me, then I need to have all players inside my own team to actually leverage their own skills to my own advantage, so we can create an asset that will be great and huge in the industry. You got it? So that's the main things that we need to focus on. And now, number two, if you ask me right now, Ziad, after you have already done over 2,000 calls with hedge fund managers, billion-dollar hedge fund managers, established hedge funds, essential players, what the main things that you have learned on how they are actually acquiring and raising and closing capital aggressively, massively, and constantly? If that is your own question, so I will give the answer to you right away. The main thing that they're focusing on all the time is to have a global sales operation instructor. Who has already done that? Again, Ray Dalio has already done that. That's why he can actually raise capital whenever he wants to, and he can charge management fee. Okay? Why? Because he got and he builds a machine to keep producing to him new pipelines, new lead generation from the global capital markets, day in, day out. Okay? So you will not rely on the local market, and you will not rely on the tier kicker that you have already gained from the last events that you have already attended. Correct? And you will not rely on buying for intros to actually raise capital, because you will have a global sales operation instructor, a system, a machine on how you will produce revenue constantly, how you will actually close new capital constantly, how you will actually get that. If you ask me this question right now, I will tell you, you can send me a DM to my own Instagram. Okay, you will find the link in the description below. And if you have what it takes, I would be committed for your own success. That's what we are applying for our own partners. The same exact system that Ray Dalio has already applied for his own hedge fund, we applying that for our own partners, hedge funds, because we want to actually get them to over 1 billion and beyond. That's the main thing. If that's what you want to get, the 2% of the hedge fund industry, of the hedge funds managers, the 2% of the players, the billion-dollar and beyond in the management, then send me a DM on Instagram. And if you have what it takes, again, I will be committed for your own success. Okay? Number three, holding on to bad habits or outdated methods. Okay, so it may be that you keep attending the same exact events that you have already attended for the last couple of years, and you are just expecting to get a better outcome, or like a different outcome that you hadn't last time. But how you will do that? I mean, if you will go and work out today and you will keep working out through the same exact work plan a workout plan that you had for the last couple of years, but you haven't seen any outcome from it, or you have already seen like 2% outcome from it, but you want to get to actually to 100%. You want to be a giant player. You want to be a massive shredded, but you couldn't actually do that. Would you keep doing the same exact thing? How would you feel? Would you feel like that you have already burned it your own self, you burned it your own passion, and you're feeling like so you don't want to have anything to do in the game anymore? You understand? So it's not about the game. The game, it has already worked. It works for others. It works for the 26 years old hedge fund manager with no previous track record. But the main thing that you need to understand is what the methods that you are using to actually play the game. Correct? Are you adapting to the new methods on how you can build the game? Do you want to play the game and get into the level 1, or you want to get to hundreds, to billion in the asset management and beyond? If you want to get to billion and you want to become a giant essential player, then play the game as an essential player. They are actually do what they are doing all the time. They are building global sales operation instructor. Don't listen to me. I mean, you can find over 57 recorded calls with hedge fund managers, billion-dollar hedge fund managers, and others, big giant players, essential players in the industry who has already built hundreds of millions hedge funds, billion-dollar hedge funds. They're actually making and building and creating the same exact thing that I'm telling you right now. Global sales operation instructor. That's why they wanted to work with us. That's why they have already reached out to us. Because they want to have that in their own hedge funds. They want to actually become an essential players. Okay? So make sure to actually leave the old habits, the events, the buying for interest, all of these old bad habits that you had for the last couple of years, the methods that you couldn't actually get any outcome from them. Adapt to the new methods on how you will get X and Y from the industry. Because you can do it if you would like to. If you are committed to it, it's not like I want to, it's about like I must to. Correct? And when it has to be must to, you will find the way for it. But if it's like, if it happens, it happens. If not, it's fine. Then you are not fully committed. And you deserve to stay where you are. You deserve to stay where you have already been for the last couple of years. Okay, number 4, which is that's the main giant things that you need to adapt. Okay, maybe you have already done some money in the industry, correct? You have done some money here and there through your own skills, through your own hedge fund, and now you have big, huge, giant ego. Correct? But you need to actually make sure to overcome the ego impact adaptation. Okay? You need to adapt, okay, and overcome your ego. Okay? And that's where you will start to actually adapt to the new mentality on, okay, I haven't actually got what I have already promised my own self to get for the last couple of years by doing X and Y and Z, which is attending events, buying for interest, and doing the old outdated methods. Then right now it's time to actually overcome my own negative ego and overcome the fear that it has already held me back and get and ask for help to get to where I want to get up to. You understand? If you only do these 4 factors that I have already told you to get to 1 billion and beyond, then you will get there. Okay? Because you will build the instinctual environment inside your own hedge fund that you need to have in order to become an essential player. You understand? So that's what you need to do if you're looking to raise capital. Okay, and if you're looking to actually scale up your own hedge fund aggressively, massively, and constantly. And that's why hedge funds with a great performance still can't raise capital in 2026. You got the points, you got the factors. Now what you can do right now is you can stay where you are, okay, for 1 more year, keep doing what you are doing, or you can take the second action, which is to execute, to have your actions on, to have your dreams to your own reality, because it can be happen and it has already happened for others, and it will actually be for your own side if you are committed for it. You will find the link in the description below to my own Instagram. Send me a DM right there. If you have what it takes, I would be committed for your own success as long as you are committed for your own success. Until next time, keep killing it.